Somerset Badger Patrol.
Good afternoon, everybody. I don't consider myself a public speaker, and in fact I'm not sure I'm worthy of coming here to represent all of the people who came to help in West Somerset. But I wanted to talk a little bit from my heart and what it's meant to me these last two Badger Culls, and hope that you will feel inspired to keep going and to keep fighting. I can remember last year when they announced they were going to do the Badger Cull, despite huge public saying no, I was daunted. I didn't know how we were going to fight it. I don't know how we were going to save badgers, but I shouldn't really have worried, because what happened was that we ended up with a fantastic group of people who got together, people from all walks of life, from all parts of the country, from all sorts of organisations, and we decided that we would work together to stop the cull. And at the age of 63, I became an activist, and I am proud to wear this T-shirt. I want to just take you through a few range of emotions that I felt in the last two Badger Culls. Firstly, really angry that the government, despite all the science and public opposition to it, went ahead. Angry because so many badgers died needlessly when there is an alternative, badger vaccination. And I helped to coordinate a very, very good group of volunteers in Somerset vaccinating badgers. And in fact, we spent quite a bit of time protecting quite a large area of vaccinated land in West Somerset, surrounded by Cull land. Very successfully, I might add. And I can remember feeling motivated and inspired by the people who gathered in my area, in my homeland, to get together from all sorts of walks of life, out every night up to 6 weeks, and before that, surveying sets, making sure we knew where we needed to protect. And I can remember feeling truly saddened when I got a call last year to a badger that had been shot, that had died in a very inhumane way. And I can think of all the dead badgers that have died in these two culls, both in Gloucestershire and Somerset. But you know what? An awful lot more would have died if it hadn't been for everybody who came to help. So I salute you all. Over the last few days, I've had people come to my home and say, Vanessa, what do we do now? Well, there are lots of things we can do now. And it's by no means, this fight is definitely not over. There is a good possibility that they'll carry on with the second 2 years of a 4-year culling licence in West Somerset and Gloucestershire. So we need to make sure that we are telling the MPs we definitely do not want that. We want to know what their opinion is on the cull, and we won't be voting for them if they are saying they support it. So I've been inspired, and I can think also with joy, and it's not an emotion I would have expected to feel during a badger cull, but I can remember going down a lane one night on the vaccinated land and having a group of young badgers run in front of me down the lane. Badger patrollers' wives who came out a number of nights passed me a great big slab of coffee cake and a cup of tea to keep me going. And I can feel motivated when I went over a place called Croydon Hill and there's a place called Timbersome Common, which is a huge vantage point which surveys quite a lot of area. And I saw this strange light, and I turned to my husband. I was driving my Land Rover, which is well known. Scares a lot of people sometimes when it comes up in the dark. And I said, what on earth's that bright light? So we stopped, and this bright light flickered, and I thought, right, I'm going to flash my light back. And then total joy when a whole sea of torches lit up. And it was Cheryl and her merry band of people on Timberscombe Common keeping watch. Now that was one of the most inspirational moments for me. So, there are lots of people here I've never met, I've never seen, but you know, I'm really overjoyed you're here. And I want you to please, if you go away with doing nothing else, make sure that you keep this fight going. Thank you very much indeed for coming.